Dear students, it is the third video for week 10 and we are learning the description of mechanisms. Dear students, in the video second, we came to know that whenever we are explaining something, some machine or mechanism, something new to our audience, we must introduce it, that what that object is, what it is, the purpose of the object, and what are the what it looks like, what are the major portions or parts of that very machine, clear, and how each part is connected to the other part, so that our audience may easily comprehend the flow of the action in the technical manner. Well, we are discussing the mechanism of the computer, and we found out that a computer has the following major sections, like CPU, monitor, keyboard, mouse, and accessories like modem, router, or printer. Fine. Dear students, the third portion of the report of description of mechanism is that we have to explain the each part logically. There are two ways. Way one, that we explain the parts of the machine according to they happen to us or they appear to us. And second logic is that we explain the parts of the machine according to the technical function, according to the importance of that part in the overall function of the machine. Just like CPU, central processing unit, is called the brain of the computer, and with the help of input devices, the input is taken and then the computer CPU processes. But within the CPU, there are certain other main and very important components fit, like motherboard, like processor, RAM, hard disk, and several other equipment. Therefore, a technical writer must explain the each of the component precisely, that what that component is and what is the material size and all that. Let's explain it into the further. It is the motherboard, one of the major portion of a computer, and following are the portion like CPU, RAM, storage, clear, and it is called the overall. This is the motherboard. Now, for understanding of the or for the writing of the mechanism or clear, we have number one, part number one. The part number one is CPU. What the part is mean, what the CPU is, what is the purpose of the CPU, appearance of the CPU, and division of part 1 means CPU into the other parts. So what are the other parts which are fit within the CPU? Sub part 1, for example, if you say that RAM is the sub part 1, what that sub part 1 is, the purpose of the sub part 1, appearance of the sub appearance, detailed description, clear, that what is the shape, size, relationship of that very object to the other, and method of the attachment, that how one part is attached with the other and what material one thing is made. Clear? For example, we consider that storage or hard disk is the part one. Now we have to tell first the appearance, what the hard disk is. And in technical writing, we have to use very descriptive and image building words to express the shape and size and color of the that object. Therefore, a technical writer must possess the descriptive quality. Fine. Then what is the purpose of the storage? Okay. And what is the appearance? I mean the size and appearance, I mean out look like. So you have to show the picture. We have to paste the pictures, diagram, and as well as we have to uh, write in the words. Detailed description for the shape. What is the shape? Size. I mean of what size is that very portion is, and then relationship to the other parts, that what is the relationship of the storage with the other portions, RAM and other portions, and in what way they are attached. Either it is fixed, okay, it is fixed with nuts, is it connected with wires, okay, and many things. Clear? You find that like a CPU, keyboard, monitor, they are fixed with wires. There are the ports and we fix in it. But when you open the CPU and you find that everything is not attached, rather it is fixed within it. Clear? Sometime it is fixed with the help of, for example, the motherboard. There are ICs and other things. They are not fixed, like they are welded very artistically and very carefully, because they are very minute equipment. Clear? Dear students, you have I'm sure that you have got this idea that we have to explain the every major part and sub parts within it. Similarly, we would explain the input device, like what is a keyboard and purpose of the keyboard and appearance of the keyboard, or then we'll learn the entire fitting and fixture of the keyboard. Clear? And if there are any other sensors or other thing which is fixed in the keyboard, we must mention it. Fine. And then the mouse, although it is, the cursor is very small object, but it has its own importance, and technically it facilitates, or there obviously are many functions. So what is a cursor or mouse, and how it looks like, and the material and the shape and the scope of this. Clear? In nutshell or in brief, we have to explain each and every part, and within every part the sub parts in detail. Clear? Once you have done this, then we move to the other overall description of the mechanism. Let's see it. Conclusions of the description, that how we conclude this report. There, here we know, यहाँ हम बता सकेंगे how to happen. Clear? The last principal function of the description of the mechanism is to let the reader know how it works or how it is used. If this has not been done in the general introduction, emphasis should naturally fall upon the action of the parts in relation to one another. This part of the writing constitutes, in effect, a description of a process, usually highly condensed, and this will be discussed elaborately in the next techniques of the development. And the next technique speaks that here we say that the input devices manipulating or processing mean there are three functions: input, processing, and output. These devices like keyboard and mouse, they are the input devices. These CPU, floppy, or hard drive or RAM, they are processing devices. And monitor or accessory like printer, they are the output devices. Got it? Now we easily describe that we press the power button and CPU comes on. Then with the help of keyboard, the input is entered, which is processed in the CPU, clear, the brain of the computer, and then CPU, after applying many complex procedures, displays the output on the monitor, mean on the screen. Whereas with the help of mouse, the output can be scrolled, deleted, or added further by the help of the keyboard. Once a document is prepared finally, we can have that output in the printed form with the help of printer. This is how a computer functions. Dear students, with this detailed example of the computer function, we come to understand that wherever we have to explain any machine, first we should give the introduction. Clear? For example, human eye or a CCTV camera. Okay, you are writing a function of human ear, how we listen, or you write the function of a receiver. Clear? We explain how human heart functions or an engine of a car. We have to first tell that procedure mechanism, that what that mechanism is, what is the purpose of the mechanism, why this mechanism is performed, what are the main parts of that machine which constitute this mechanism. Okay, and then part by part description, and then we explain the organization of description or the flow of practical action logically, and that is called conclusions of the description. Thank you very much. Stay blessed.